In this lecture, we will try to know what is master page, or what exactly is this concept and why it is very important. Well, master page is useful for so many things. Few of them are when you want a layout for your website. For example, if you want to display a border across all web pages in a website, you would want a master page. It's not at all necessary to get a master page, but that makes our life easier to keep a master page in your website and then reference it whenever you can to get the layout you desire for all of the web pages on your website. Now, to show you the example, right click, hit add new item, and then check for master page, and here it is. You can just let it be with whatever name Visual Studio suggested and hit add. Now the master page is added to your website, but it is not at all available to any of the pages right now. But we can make it available across all the pages. But first, to see what exactly its name is, master page. Now if you go to default and in the top header try typing master, there you go. So IntelliSense suggested you that there is something master page file. You can enter equals, and there you go. So you have the option for master page.master. We hit that file and click save, Control S. But it is not at all being used right now. What happens is, in master page, it is basically understood that this is for layout. So when you do something in your default.aspx page, it should appear in between this. Since it has an ID, content placeholder 1, go to default.aspx, take all the contents from here, Control X, delete all of these. Control X was for cutting all those contents from there, and you can go ahead and write ASP content, and ID can be cancel it. ASP content, you can give it an ID of content 1, and then you get an option for client placeholder ID. This is the main thing you have to keep in mind. What it does is, when you say content placeholder ID, it will see all the content placeholder in master page file, which is one here, right? What happens is, when you write a web page, whatever you will display in the next web page, for example in default.aspx, everything will appear inside this content placeholder. So you can design your master page in such a way that you have something on top, something on bottom, something like footer, something like sidebar, something like left sidebar, and all of those kind of stuff. And the other web page, which is in our case default.aspx, all the contents on this page will be displayed inside this content placeholder. So this gives an option. If you go here and hit equal, it gives you the option. You can just press enter and then hit run at server. This run at server means it should be whatever happens with this with this ASP.NET page, whatever event arises from here should be handled by server, which is our backend file. And then go ahead and paste it, whatever we had copied. It says element form must not be nested with element form. We might have done that again. That's right. And I will tell you a shortcut right now. When you press Ctrl K D, what it does is it auto formats your whole ASPX page. And you can also press Ctrl Shift S for saving all of the folders that you have made changes in. So that was a few shortcuts. And let's go back to our master page file and take a look in our ASPX. How does it look? It looks something like this. And when we go ahead and run this, does it show something? We'll wait for it to run. I expect it to not show anything. There you go. It doesn't show anything relevant to master page that we can notice here. But we can handle that issue. We can go to master page and add some border here. It doesn't give us an option there. That's the thing we gonna learn here. So what we will do, let me show you something. You go write header style equals and type something. Just type it, okay? If you don't know what we are doing, just don't worry about that. Just to show you what master page does, we are doing this. So just write border 1px solid red, and this is CSS, and go inside it and type background color, let it be green. Also give it a size width 100%, height 100px. Alright, now let's see how does it look. There you go. So it appeared on top even though we didn't make any change to our default.aspx. It took all the changes, all the layout thing from the master page. So if you go ahead and run this thing, it should show up that green bar on the top. So my main motive was to show you that how you can use master page in all of your pages to create a layout. For example, here you created one header, right? You can create sidebar here and here, and then create a footer. For all your web pages, you just need to write master page file equals master page dot master, and that will inherit all the property from the master page. You can play around this. I know this is a little bit confusing, but you can play around this a little bit and then try to understand what this is. Okay, I'll see you in the next lecture.